If you own a marketing agency, I really recommend implementing an AI dialer into your business. The reason I say this is because, as you probably already know, you're hiring people from the Philippines to call all of your leads. The call quality is not that good. You're not able to get a hold of leads as quickly as you wish you were able to. And the VAs are not that loyal. If they get offered 20 cents more on the hour, they will leave you. And lastly, these VAs, their English might be good, but still, they have an accent that does not sound like an American accent. So for all of these reasons, I recommend agencies start looking into AI dialers. As you probably already know, if you're using the CRM Go High Level, Go High Level has their own AI dialer, but right now it's only limited to inbound calls. Once it's available to outbound calls, it's going to cost around 13 to 14 cents per call placed, and they're going to start charging from the beginning of the call. So right when that call is placed, right when it starts dialing, that's when they start charging you. Every single call lasts around 30 seconds of dialing. So if they're charging you for every single call placed, you're going to be getting charged 7 cents per call. And that is not cost efficient at all. If you're already using an AI dialer like Vappy, they're charging you 2.5 cents every single call because they have a platform fee of 5 cents a minute, and half of a minute is 30 seconds. So they're going to charge you 2.5 cents on the call. I already implemented Vappy for an agency and had to switch them out because it wasn't cost efficient. So with these AI dialers, they're either not cost efficient, or if they are cost efficient, they just have terrible voices. And there's no in between. But if you were to start using retail AI, for example, and started implementing retail AI in the whole entire marketing company, this would change everything because they have no dialing costs. And the other thing that is really nice about retail is they don't have a platform fee of 5 cents. So you're able to use the best voice on the market for honestly just 12 cents on the minute, with the knowledge base connected in, with all of that connected, which is a game changer because with Vappy, that's going to cost you 15 to 16 cents on the minute because of their platform fee. So yeah, let's get into how to implement retail AI for all of your clients. So here is retail AI. The first thing that you're going to do is come over here to create an agent. If you come over here to single prompt, you're able to create everything from scratch, or you're able to use one of their templates, but we're just going to create everything from scratch. As you're able to see, pricing's up here, latency's up here. If you were to use one of the best LLMs, it's either going to be GPT-4o or Claude Sonnet 3.5. Claude Sonnet 3.5 is 1 cent more expensive on the minute than GPT-4o. So we're just going to stick with GPT-4o because it basically gives us everything that we need. With voices, you're able to choose everything from 11 Labs, PlayHT, and OpenAI. So if you're to use a PlayHT voice and use this voice, for example, it would cost you 13 cents on the minute. Normally with Vappy, that's going to cost you way more. It's going to cost you around 16 cents on the minute. And that's why most people, when they're using Vappy, they use 4.0 Mini because it's cheaper. But as you're able to see, if you use 4.0 Mini, it's way cheaper. It's 8 cents on the minute, and with the best voice on the market. So if you're on a budget or just want to save money, I would recommend using 4.0 Mini. The only problem with 4.0 Mini is you have to be super specific with your prompt, and sometimes it won't follow exactly what you tell it to do. That's why I always go with 4.0, because it follows all of my instructions and I don't have to make a super long prompt to make sure that it follows one question. So yeah, and then you're able to use 11 Labs. Another great voice from 11 Labs is Kate. And with 11 Labs, it's 12 cents on the minute. You're able to add your website, and it just costs 50 cents more on the minute to add a knowledge base. And you're able to add more stuff, and it doesn't cost you more. It's just if you want to use a knowledge base, it's going to cost you money. But yeah, the nice thing with retail compared to other AI dialers is that they don't charge you for how long your prompt is too. No matter how long your prompt is, it's always going to charge you a max of 12 cents on the minute. So if your prompt is, let's say, 30,000 words, for example, you're not going to get charged for a longer prompt. But with Vappy, you would. And then if you come over here to call settings, again, with a lot of the other AI dialers out there, they don't have really good voicemail detection. So they use Twilio's voicemail detection, which has, in my experience, a 30% catch rate. But with retail, if you turn on their voicemail detection, it has like a 90% catch rate of catching the voicemail right at the beginning. but it also has a higher catch rate if we include it stays like a second or two in the voicemail. It's going to be around 95%. And then sometimes it does make the errors of talking to the voicemail. But most of the time it figures out that it's a voicemail and then immediately hangs up the call, so you don't pay for that call. So let's say you were to place 10,000 calls, you would probably pay a max of $1 for all of those voicemail mistakes of staying in that voicemail, which is like really, really nice. If you want to connect to basically any calendar, you're able to connect it directly really quickly to cal.com. I know they're working on some alternatives like Go High Level and all of that, but in the meantime, if you want to connect Go High Level, you're going to have to create a custom prompt to be able to connect Go High Level. I'll be coming out with a video on how to connect retail to Go High Level soon. If you're familiar with code, it's pretty simple to do. And yeah, well, what you're going to want to do is follow how cal.com is connected, check calendar availability. So you're going to create a custom function that is check calendar availability. And then you're going to create another custom function that is book appointment on calendar. And then once you have those two custom functions added, you're able to come over here and then run tool book appointment tool. And that's basically going to book your appointment and check availability. This is going to check your availability on the calendar. If you're wanting to connect this to all of your clients' calendars, that's basically how you'd want to do it. I'm going to have to come out with a full separate video on how to connect that calendar. The next thing that is very important is the prompt. You're going to want to create a prompt that is followed by the AI and that is able to qualify people. So you're going to want to create a whole entire rules list and a whole entire script. That's basically what's going to create your prompt. You first create your script and then you look at the rules that you want the AI to follow, and then you just add the rules. If the AI never asks something, just add that to the rules part for it to ask that question. So let's create a prompt real quick. So we'll go to ChatGPT real quick. So now that we're in ChatGPT, we're going to create a prompt. So now it's going to go to my website and then create me the prompt. So now that we have our script, we're going to copy it. And then we're going to paste the script over here. From here, we're able to connect our cal.com calendar. If you're an agency just using cal.com, you're immediately able to connect cal.com, or you're able to create the custom functions to connect it to your calendar. You're able to have it transfer the call, put in the number that you want it transferring to, and then either a warm transfer or a cold transfer. So it's a warm transfer. Basically what it does is it calls the person first and asking if they are available. If they're not available, the AI could book them into an appointment or tell the person that the agent will be calling them later. Click save over here. And then the last part that we're going to do is come over here to webhook settings, and we're going to create a webhook in make.com. So it's pretty simple to do. So first thing is go to make.com. The first thing that you're going to do in make.com is come over here to webhooks, and then it's going to be custom webhook response. And then we are going to create one, and then we're just going to click save, and then we're going to get this copy. Okay. And then we're going to click save, and then we're going to test the call.
Hi there. How can I assist you today?
Webhook was successfully determined. We're able to connect this directly to Go High Level to move leads up and down a pipeline. And yeah, basically from here, you're able to run the calendar integration and you're able to change the leads up and down the pipeline. So that's the simple way to integrate it into your agency. Now, if you want to connect it to Go High Level, it's a bit more difficult and it requires a bit more coding experience to be able to run those API requests, but it is very possible. So if you're wanting to implement something like this into your whole entire agency for every single one of your clients, feel free to book a call at sympana.com. I've implemented this so far for around 5 agencies that have over 80 clients. And I've done this for a lot more companies, like credit repair companies, realtors, and a lot of other types of companies. If you're wanting to automate the whole entire lead capturing system for your company, basically, lead comes in from Facebook, you want to call them within 5 minutes, I would recommend implementing an AI dialer for that reason, because then you have an 80% higher chance of getting a hold of that lead. And the nice thing is, this AI is able to work 24 hours a day, so it's able to receive inbound calls at 2 a.m. in the morning and book a person into an appointment. The AI is able to determine the person's time zone based on their phone number. So if a person calls in from, let's say, California, it's able to register that as PST time zone and book them in for PST time zone, although the company is based out of Florida on EST time zone. That's another really cool thing that is possible. So yeah, the last couple of things that I want to say is if you want to be caught up on the most recent AI news, I would recommend joining my Telegram. The link to that is in the description. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section.